Okay. Last time I had just finished doing all of the quests in the Valley of Mines, including getting the ore reports for Garand from the ore reports for Garand for Lord Hagen. And as soon as I loaded back into Karenis on the main map, I triggered the start of Chapter 3. So we are now into some interesting situations. There's going to be a couple of alterations to the game world. And I kind of am already aware of what this is going to be. So I'm preemptively switching out some of my equipment. Interesting. Alright, so here we go. And if I have been doing the atmospheric scaling stuff correctly this whole game, then this dialogue window that I'm about to trigger should work and not be glitched out. Hello.
We have caught you in our trap, and now we shall destroy you.
Yep, dialogue window is there. Not that I have the option to do anything, but if I had screwed up atmospheric scaling, this dialogue window would be gone. And I think technically there is also supposed to be like a red swirling thing happening on screen right now, possibly. I could be wrong, it's been a long time since I've played, but with DirectX 11 mod, somewhere that setting like affects the way that these special effects play, and I think you either get that special effect or you get dialogue windows, and the dialogue windows are ultimately more important to me. Holy frame rate drop. Is he even doing damage to me? Is he even gonna attack me? Okay, yeah, he is. Alright, so now scattered throughout the world, we're gonna have
nothing there.
These guys. And this is a cool element because that adds a dynamic quality to the world where you've explored a bunch of the world, or a bunch of the map at this point, and then you go away to do another thing, and when you come back, it's a little bit different. There are new encounters, new obstacles, and things happening, while other quests get added, and ooh, we got a teleport rune. And other NPCs will have moved to new locations, and will have new events and things, so it's just kind of cool. Because, like, remember...
Hey,
oh, hell.
You're finally back. You have to go see Zardus right away. There's a problem.
That I certainly believe.
All hell's broken loose since you left. Talk to Zardus. He's waiting for you. Zardus gave me this rune for you. It'll help you get to him faster. We'll meet again there.
But, like, remember, this game came out in 2003 or whatever, and not a lot of games... Oh, that preview window's glitched. Not a lot of games were like open world like this and had as much content as this game does. and were also as dynamic as this game was. Like, Morrowind had come out a year before Gothic 2 had, and like Morrowind, as big as it is, did not have as much dynamic change in the world. Yeah. Some of these seekers can sometimes curse you.
There he is.
And so, I'm like trying to save before fighting these guys, just to make sure that I don't get cursed. They're just like everywhere. This guy might.
There he is.
Oh, maybe not. Man, the frame rate just really tanks when I use this weapon. That lightning bolt effect with DX11 turned on just like abuses the frame rate. Let's talk to Gon.
How's the hunting?
It's getting crazier out here. Meanwhile, dozens of these snorting animals have come out of the pass. Under these circumstances, hunting is getting harder and harder up here.
And so I think that dialogue is new in Chapter 3. Because there was that extra dragon snapper. And so it's just kind of cool that, like, the characters are acknowledging the state of the world around them. Which, it makes logical sense that they would, but, you know, games didn't really do that. Alright, this guy looks like he's going to trigger dialogue.
Surrender while you can. There is no escape for you.
Alright. Normally there would be like a text pop-up, I think, that would tell me that I have been cursed. I think that curse only happens in the dialogue, so I think I'm good unless the DX11 mod is somehow broken that text. I can test this real fast. Alright, I'm not cursed. Because I think normally the curse just prevents you from being able to heal from sleeping. I think I've already talked to him. There's Gon starting his morning routine.
Hey, you! How's the situation?
Malik has disappeared and taken everything and everybody who would work for me with him. He said he was headed for the mountains. He couldn't stand it here anymore. The hordes of monsters pouring out of the pass every day into the high pastures are really getting to me. If at least I had a few helpers or mercenaries. There was even one who was willing to work for me. Changed his mind, though. I think his name was Wolf.
It'll be all right.
Without Malik, nothing gets done around here anymore. If something doesn't happen soon, I'll have to give up my farm. Hopefully he'll come back soon.
Alright, so that makes me wonder where exactly Malik has gone. I don't remember. Bangar said mountains, which could mean this way, or it could mean like the other way towards the tavern. What do we have here?
There he is.
Another seeker. Oh, he got me. Oh, he's got me twice. Jeez. Oh, he used Rain of Fire. I didn't know they could do that. That was completely unexpected. When did I save? I don't think I saved right before that fight. Is this really my most recent save?
The Master wants your head.
Alright, so I don't think I got cursed. I can't believe that guy did Rain of Fire. I thought they only did, like, fireballs.
Hey, you! How's this?
Now, there. With
Ah. Oh. There was a couple of dragon snappers here. Let's see if I can get... I want to pull them just one at a time. Ow, you got me. A little close to a level up. Still need 6,000 more, but you know, when I'm getting like 400 for killing these things, that should go pretty quickly. Did I see that right? Is there a hole in the ceiling? Kind of. I guess that's like a vent. Yeah, right now I'm basically just heading to the mercenary camp to do this quest for Bangar with Wolf, and while I'm there I can also, I think Gorn should finally be over here now, so I can talk to him and kind of resolve that quest line as well. Not really a quest line, but I think there might be XP in it. Let's see if I can do this without getting fire rained.
There he is.
Holy frame rate! Man, the frame rate is just dropping into like single digits. I don't think it was doing that before. Like the last time I played, I think it was... I mean, it was dipping down a little, but it wasn't that severe. Doesn't seem like my CPU or GPU is getting overtaxed. I wonder if it's because they're also doing like these fireballs. Like if the combination of the fire effect and the lightning effect is like compounding the performance hit. Maybe I'm also just like triggering them more often than I was before, but I don't think that would be the case. Okay, you don't have anything different. Let's talk to Sentenza.
And?
Not many people come this way, except you.
Say, is that a face?
I think I'm strong enough to be able to take my money back, basically, but I'm a little worried that if he gets hit by if he gets killed by the lightning bolt, I'm a little worried that might kill him permanently. Yeah, I think he's dead. Yep. That is one downside to this, is it's really no good for fighting, for beating up NPCs, because it seems highly probable that it will end up killing them.
Say.
Ow. He like just started off with a crit.
Finish him! Finish him!
Oh god, I hit the wrong button. Well, I hit the right button. Ah! Stop doing that!
Don't stop now!
I need to be like super careful to always to not hit the action key and the forward button at the same time.
Don't stop now! Parry then!
That hit the spot.
Finish him!
At least not while stepping forward.
That hit the spot.
Alright, so there is him knocked out as opposed to murdered.
Don't try that again. All right, you win.
I want my money back.
And?
Not many people, except you.
I don't get my money back. But I do get the satisfaction of beating him up at least.
That was no big deal.
Alright, let's chat up Wolf.
I may have found a job for you on Bengar's farm.
Let's hear it.
The pass to the Valley of Mines comes out directly at Bengar's farm. He's got problems with all the beasts who squeeze through the pass. Someone needs to defend Bengar's farm.
That would be something. Then at least I'd be away from the farm here and wouldn't have to stare at the smithy. Good. That comes to 800 gold coins.
A hefty price.
Well, for one of us, I'd do it for almost nothing. But for you...
What about for old time's sake?
Here's your gold.
Good. I'm off then to see those beasts. Let's see who else on this farm I can enlist. See you later.
Kinda sucks that I have to pay his wages. You've stopped working.
Why aren't you working?
Haven't you heard yet? The Paladins have arrested Bennett.
What happened?
Well, we were in the city to shop when all of a sudden we heard a scream. Someone yelled, "There they are, get them." Boy, was I scared. I took to my heels and ran like the demons were after me. Bennett was right behind me. I don't know what happened, but when I got outside the city, he had disappeared. I must have lost him in the city.
So why was Bennett arrested?
Murder. Bennett is supposed to have murdered a paladin. What nonsense. I was with him the whole time.
So why don't you go to town and explain the whole thing?
They'd stick me in the slammer as his accomplice. Nah, certainly not in the current situation.
Situation?
You know, Onar in the city. That's bound to come to a bad end.
How did the mercenaries here on the farm react?
Well, I don't know exactly what they're planning, but some of them are really pissed off.
I can understand that.
If it were up to them, they'd rather attack the city today than tomorrow to get Bennett out. Talk to Lee. Maybe there's something you can do.
I will do that. But first, I want to talk to Thekla. See if I can get some more stew.
Can I have some more of your stew?
These militia bastards threw Bennett in the hole. Do me a favor and get him out of there, will you? In the meantime, I'll cook you some yummy stew.
Alright, so note to self, I get more stew after busting Bennett out.
Any news?
You made the wrong choice. You could have been one of us.
Had to happen sooner or later.
He doesn't sound happy. How about Bolko and Silvio? Anything?
What do you think of Lee?
Oh, he's a good fight. Unless...
I think I've already had this conversation with him a long time ago, but it was like before I had beaten up Bolko.
How's it go?
Have I given you...
So now Bolko kind of lets us talk. Hey, asshole.
Hey, asshole.
You don't actually think... Go crawl.
A lot
of people...
Thekla.
So, what is the...
You know that...
Why don't you go discuss...
Am I allowed to mention the fact that I beat up Bolko already?
The two of...
Listen, you want...
Alright, whatever.
You listen to the wrong people.
See if Torloff has anything.
You just have to listen. Got him in the end.
Have you got something for me to do?
Have you seen those black hooded guys creeping by here? Those people give me the willies, I'll tell you. When I was at sea, I saw some pretty curious things, but those fellows really scare me. They went in the direction of the bandit camp in the mountains at the southern end of the valley. Maybe you should go there and check on those guys, and do away with them.
Interesting. Got an extra quest.
He doesn't even know how to...
Ah, there's Gorn finally.
What weapons do you have to offer?
Only the best.
Just take a look at them.
Yeah, and your best is all like a bunch of crap that I can't use. All a bunch of strength weapons. You do have some nice bows, though. I think the dragon bow might be the best bow in the game, but man, it needs a lot of dexterity. Yeah, it's not really much worth buying. Maybe I'll buy that ore.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Got 12 pieces of ore. I probably actually don't even need it.
Everything all right with you?
You saved my ass, man. I'll never forget that.
What do you want to do now?
I think I'll load up on grub first.
And then?
Who knows? Maybe I'll go back to the mining colony. Someone should keep an eye on the orcs. Otherwise, they'll all show up on the doorstep without warning. I couldn't care less.
Kind of a underwhelming conversation.
Ah, it's good that you've come.
What's up?
I found this in the old chapel. It's a magic rune. I think it will teleport you straight back here to the farm. I thought you might be able to use it.
Nice.
I've come from the Valley of Mines. The castle there was attacked by dragons.
So it's true. Lars said that rumors about dragons are circulating through the city. I didn't believe it. What about the paladins?
They've been thoroughly decimated.
Good. Maybe that will make Lord Hagen move to the Valley of Mines with his men. The fewer paladins stay here, the better.
What about Bennett?
So you heard about that. The bastards have locked him up, just like that.
Nothing you can do about it.
What will you do about Bennett?
I don't know yet. A few of the boys would like to run to the city and knock Lord Hagen's teeth down his throat. Luckily, we don't have enough people for an operation like that, and besides, it's not my style.
Are you going to stay here and see what happens then?
Certainly not. Lars is still in the city and trying to find out how we can get Bennett out of there. Until that happens, I'm trying to calm my people. I only hope that Lars doesn't take too long.
Can I help you in this matter with Bennett?
Sure, a bit of intelligence and sanity certainly wouldn't hurt in this matter. Enos knows there are enough idiots running around here. Go to the city and see if you can find a way to get Bennett out of there. But don't be too long about it. I don't know how much longer I can keep the men under control.
Any news about Bennett?
No, we still don't know enough.
Alright, is this the
I've
same
come from
line?
the valley.
So it's true. What about the paladins?
They've been
good.
Yeah, it just repeats. Okay.
It was his decision, wasn't it? He never would have thought of that himself.
So while I'm here, I guess I should go fight the Seekers near the bandit camp for Torloff. Oh. Didn't mean to get up here, but that's kind of cool. You talk to Cord, see if he's got any new dialogue. Nope. Although I could, he can maybe teach me a little bit more combat skill.
You already know who to believe these days.
What am I at? I'm at 75 naturally.
Teach me.
I can.
That's the first I've heard of it.
You've become better.
Is it really true?
Don't say you didn't know that.
I'm up to 80 naturally, and then I can...
Is it really true?
Should be able to get more from stone tablets and things. This guy might curse me.
We have caught you in our trap.
You feel stifled, so that's the curse. So I kind of want to metagame this and not get that curse. Just because the curse is a little bit of a nuisance. So I think if I shoot him first, we'll skip that dialogue. Sometimes these guys have interesting dialogue that's worth hearing out, but that guy was just kind of giving me generic stuff, so I don't really need to hear that. Oh, he's gonna go eat the Seeker. That's nice. I will use this to my benefit. Oh. And we're back to the backstep pattern. Actually, it's like the game is lagging out. Frame rate is dropping considerably, even on these guys. It's like they're not doing the fire effect. Well, that might be about what it was doing earlier, though. In terms of dropped frame rate.
Hey, you!
I might be able to steal his purse. Ah. Just gotta switch over to my dexterity gear. If I can find it.
Hey, you!
Alright, and now I gotta switch back. It's kinda tedious. And now to see if the trolls respawned. Don't think they have, but I'm really hoping that black troll will respawn so I can do Raoul's quest to get the hide of a black troll. Because I already killed the one up in the northeast. And I don't know where to find another one. Oh. Is this Malik's crew? A whole bunch of farmers.
Lately, it's gotten a lot more dangers out here. And the field raiders are becoming a real plague.
Hey, you!
Onar is out of his mind to pick a fight.
You guys are just kind of talking like more general terms. Here he is.
What are you doing here?
I fled here from Bengar's farm. I didn't want to be butchered by all those creatures coming out of the pass. You can't imagine what sort of things came out of the pass the last few days.
I can. What's it like here?
Here, I only have to put up with the bandits. It's the lesser evil.
Yeah, well, the bandits should be dead, so...
Bengar needs you. He wants you to come back to his farm.
I'm not crazy. As long as we have to live defenseless on the farm, I'm not budging an inch from here.
I've hired a mercenary. He will keep an eye on the farm.
That's different, of course. But wait a minute. Who's paying the guy, then?
That's my problem.
No chance to say no, eh?
No.
Good. Then I'll go back. I hope the lad's good for something.
Okay. That's resolved. Got a seeker here. Good grief. That frame rate drop is like almost unbearable. I might stop using the claw just like for the sake of not having to deal with that. Although frankly it is too good not to use. So, not sure if there are more Seekers that I'm supposed to kill for Torloff. You wouldn't figure there'd be any, like, further in the bandit camp, because I think at this point in the game, in Chapter 3, it's possible that you might not have gone and done the expansion stuff yet, so you might not have done this, but there's a Seeker right there, so clearly. Can you draw your sword, please? This is turning into Bloodborne, where my inputs just randomly don't trigger. Good grief. That guy might have had special dialogue, but I'm almost positive he would stifle me as well. Those birds are so loud. It's interesting though that the Seeker's right inside the bandit camp. Because if I hadn't done the expansion, like, would he have aggroed the bandits? If I had never come here? I think there's still a couple of skeletons in this mine back here that I never killed, which I might be able to do now. So let me do that. And let me switch back to my warrior set. Get that extra defense. Huh. I must have killed these two. Were there more further in that I didn't fight? Yep. It'd be real nice if I could get a freaking lightning bolt. Both of these guys only need one more hit to die. I have 5 hit points left. That's ridiculous. Oh, there's more? Well, I'm gonna go back and rest at a bed. I was really hoping that would just be that one room with those couple of skeletons. Whoa, I almost jumped off the cliff here. That would have been bad. One skeleton and a zombie. Boy, that was weird.
Nothing to be had there.
That was like a lagged out animation. Oh, we got a skeleton mage in there who's gonna ice bolt me if I don't get to him fast enough. Not ice bolt, but ice block. As we just saw from the delayed animation. Stone tablet. I have no idea what type of tablet that is. That's the Corhodron and crossbow. I don't care. Dexterity. Life energy 3. That's worth doing. Nothing else really worth it.
Nothing to be had there.
He's got nothing. That's boring. Man, they're like really getting me with delayed animations here. Did that actually do damage to me? Yay, level up. Got any more enemies? This is just a dead end. That's boring. But here we have a treasure chest. The contents of that treasure chest were kind of disappointing, however. There was one I passed by. Maybe that one might be better, but I'm not feeling good. Kind of expect it to be a little worse than that one, since it's a smaller chest and it was not as deep in the cave. Yeah. The XP was worth it, but there's really nothing worth looting in here. Actually, that might have been a life force tablet. That was pretty cool. That was an extra 15 health. Almost at 600 health. Alright, let me head back to Torloff and see if I've fulfilled his quest. I feel like I've probably killed enough of the Seekers to fulfill his quest. There were 2 here at the bandit camp and like a couple others around. And he really only mentioned the bandit camp. So hopefully I got them all.
That was no big deal.
I can't believe that. That's been known a long time. See that?
The black-hooded men in the mountains are no longer with us.
You were able to deal with them? Good man. I didn't trust those guys one bit. They were bound to cause a lot of trouble.
I hardly know what to believe anymore. He never would have thought of that himself.
And back to Bangar's farm, there was all the business with him, Wolf, and Malik. And then I can probably warp to Zardus and start heading into the city to do main quest there. I think I'm ready to join the Paladins now. Which means I can get Paladin armor and maybe a couple, like, low-level runes. Hopefully I don't have to buy those skill points, because I don't really have a lot. One sec, let me double check the recording software here. Yeah, looks like we're good. Alright.
Hey! Will you stay on Bengar's farm now?
Sure. I'll have to see this through now. We'll manage somehow.
I never knew that. I've heard a thing or two.
That's exactly what I said.
Everything going well?
Sure. Everything's quiet.
Well, so far this has been really disappointing. Surely Bengar has, like, dialogue and quests for me.
Malik is back.
It's about time. I thought I'd never see him again.
I found you the mercenary you wanted.
I've never seen anyone like that on my farm. I can only hope it'll work out. Here, take this. I think you'll find it useful.
Gold! Alright.
That's been known a long time.
I think these are just generic mercenaries.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Alright,
Can't go on like this forever.
Why haven't I heard about this?
guess I'll warp to Zardis.
Is it really true?
Why haven't I heard about this before?
He ran like Beliar himself was after him. That's not what I heard. He really didn't deserve that.
That'll only cause more trouble.
Of course we got him in the end.
What do I have equipped in slot 5? Fire arrow? That's disappointing. Let's not do that.
I wouldn't be so sure. Where did you pick that up then?
That's exactly what I said.
Where did you pick that up then? Nobody will learn anything. He really didn't deserve that.
That's exactly what I said.
That was quite obvious.
Do you really believe that?
Okay. Nothing weird going on down here. Oh, I think I can level up the Claw of Beliar while I'm at it. There's a Beliar statue up here too. Alright, Zardis.
Hey!
I was told to talk to you. Oh, I can resolve this
I've explored
too.
the unknown part of the island.
And what did you find?
It was all about a mighty artifact. The Claw of Beliar.
The Claw of Beliar? Where is it now? Do you have it on you?
Yes, here it is.
How very interesting. This weapon can be of great use to us, but it is also extremely dangerous. Take good care of yourself, and above all, don't lose it.
I'm back from the Valley of Mines.
High time, too. What did you see?
You were right. The land's been overrun by an entire army of the enemy. Orcs are besieging the castle, and dragons have laid whole areas to waste. It won't be long before they attack Corinus, if I'm not mistaken. Lester said you wanted to see me at once. What the hell has happened here in the meantime?
The enemy has learned who you really are, and that you're planning to get hold of the Eye of Enos. He has recognized the threat. It has forced him to leave his cover and openly attack. The game of hide and seek is over. Yesterday, nobody knew what the enemy's attack would look like. Now it has become only too obvious.
I finally got the proof that Lord Hagen demanded of me.
What proof is that?
I received a letter from Garand, the commander of the Paladins in the Valley of Mines. In it, he asks for reinforcements.
That should be enough to convince that militant warhorse. Well done.
I was attacked by magicians in black robes.
The enemy has many faces. The Seekers are one of them. They're really the ones who prepare the ground for the enemy. They have taken up their positions in strategic places and are now only waiting for an opportunity to spring the trap. Stay out of their way. They are very powerful magical beings, and they will try to deter you at any cost.
Stay out of their way. They give me good XP, man.
What will be the next step now?
Go and bring Lord Hagen the letter from Garand, so that he may grant you access to the Eye of Enos. Then go to the monastery and talk to Pyrokar. He must give you the eye. Nothing is more important than getting this artifact away to safety. Go now before it's too late. The enemy will also try to lay his hands on it.
All right. Oh wait, it's over here. Another 5 health gone, and the Claw Beliar leveled up once more. Apparently unequipped it when I showed it to Zardus. Does 100 damage and a 32% chance of extra damage. You know what, screw it. Let's take the shortcut. I don't want to take that shortcut though. That's it's gonna drop me way further down than I want to go. This is better. Strafe glitch. Isn't Lester supposed to be here? Where'd he go? I just heard something like unequip a weapon. Oh crap, we got wards. Fuck. Ooh. Okay, they weren't actually aggroing me. Oh god. I should be able to kill these things, but we'll see. Oh, poor bandit guy died. Yeah, I think this is the first time that I've really been able to fight these things with decent success rate. I think the last time I fought these I was like trying to get the piece of the ornament from the stone circle in the woods and just getting destroyed by them, and I had to stand on a tree stump or a rock or something and shoot them with a bow. I feel like there should be a seeker around here somewhere. Not seeing any though. I think there's... Yep, there we are. There's one.
There he is.
I did not switch over to my fire defense, so hopefully it's not gonna hit me too hard. It's not too bad. I think Lobart's gonna have some quests for me, probably asking me to, you know, kill more Seekers.
Hey! Any new developments in the last few days?
Just go down the path to the city. If you run into a fellow with a black robe, then you'll know what's new.
Have the Black Robes come to see you yet?
Yeah, they've been here for a few days. If you ask me, they come straight from hell.
How are your sheep?
As if that would interest you at all. You have other problems.
Why are you so, like, upset about that?
My problems? What would you know about that?
Do you belong to the city guard or not? Then do something about these black robe bastards.
Brusque.
Hey, watch your mouth, buddy.
All you can do is talk big. The best thing would be if you went away.
Well, maybe I won't help you with your problems then, buddy.
How's your farm?
I can't stand it anymore. All of a sudden, these fellows in black hoods showed up and posted themselves on the road, and on my farm. Short time later, my wife took deathly ill again. She spends most of the time just lying in bed. And that happens to her frequently. I'm falling apart here.
Have you talked to the men in black?
Sure. There was no way to prevent it. I think they're looking for someone.
Probably a safe bet they're looking for me.
Why don't you do anything about those black robes?
Well, I'd surely love to, but I saw how they burned one of the townspeople alive. Just like that. Why should I risk my life?
Why don't you take your wife to the healer?
We ought to go to the city to see Vatras about it. But I won't budge an inch from my farm as long as things are so chaotic here.
Alright, so I gotta kill Seekers, I guess. He kind of sounded like he said they were on his farm. But I don't know that there's any actually on the farm. I think they're all just on the road, kind of near his farm. Not seeing any back here. And, just gonna double check again, because, like I say, I'm confident that there's supposed to be a King's Sorrel that appears here on this ledge. And I might just be completely screwed because of Zurus's lack of dialogue. Man, that's annoying. I wonder if I can talk to Vino about his stash. Did I already do that? I think I tried and maybe he didn't have anything for me.
And how's it?
Those black hooded bastards are everywhere.
Alright, that's not quite what I wanted.
There he is.
Draw your sword, thank you. This guy seems like he's gonna initiate dialogue. Is he gonna curse me, though?
Surrender while you...
Yep. Alright, so I don't feel like dealing with that. But he also kind of gave me just generic dialogue, so I'm not gonna... Don't have any particular reason to want to hear that. So, let's shoot him. Ow. I'm about to die. Yep. The death of 2 frames per second. Oh god, I did it. It got too close. Thought I could have gotten even closer than this. There's my hit. Please draw your sword. When I press 1, you should draw your sword. I don't need all of this not drawing your sword while enemies are attacking you nonsense. That's probably all I need to do.
Watch out for your farm.
I'll try.
Apparently there wasn't actually a quest for that. Oh, invisible sheep.
Hey, you! Well, don't get... Beat it!
Why is he so pissed off? I just did my job and helped you guys. Just about died doing it. In fact, I technically did die. Some gratitude would be nice. Anybody got anything interesting to say now?
What's that?
All is quiet. Listen, you now have action. If you don't stick to...
That's not...
Leave me alone.
Interesting.
I've got my own opinion about that.
Here we
Good
are.
thing you're here. You need to help me.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
What kind of clothes are these?
Don't tell me you
I bought them from a trader outside of town. The guards wouldn't let me in at first. Also, there's no need to let the whole world know where I come from.
You've got a point there.
That's the way I see it. But even though I've dumped my shadow garb, I'm still who I always was. And I have big plans for this city.
Is that so?
What is this about?
A lot of things have changed since I left here. I have to get back on my feet somehow.
What's the problem?
I have to get into the upper quarter. But I'm not a citizen of the town, and I don't have enough money to bribe the guards. That's where you come in.
So you want me to lend you some gold?
Nonsense. I've got some gold. A whole lot of gold, even. Unfortunately, I don't have it with me. You need to go fetch my gold for me.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
What's in it for me?
Have I ever asked you what you could give me in return?
I've heard
We're friends. Shouldn't that be enough?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, I'll help you.
Well, listen. Back when the barrier was still in place, I hid a small treasure. It's been quite a while. That's why I forgot to take it with me. And I can't leave here at all at the moment. To cut a long story short, you must go to the Valley of Mines for me and fetch my gold.
Why did his voice sound different? Was some of that from the expansion?
I knew that would be a problem.
Also, why would you stockpile gold in the inside the barrier when that stuff was worthless? Were you being like Lester and holding on to stuff in hopes that it would have value when and if you got out of the barrier?
But he knew that all along.
Where's the gold hidden?
Directly at the trading square, above the abandoned mine. It's in a leather satchel. Spare yourself that comment. I know myself that we must have walked right past it. Just bring me the bag. But don't forget to check that it's the right one, so you don't walk all that way for nothing.
How can I recognize it?
It's full of gold. A whole lot of gold.
And it's also not really hidden because it's just sitting out in the open.
Where did you get all that gold?
Am I the only one, then, who put some gold aside for himself in the Valley of Mines? Filching a few nuggets was a piece of cake, just in case we ever got out of there. Everybody was so keen on that ore that no one even cared for gold at the time.
I guess I was right.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
What are you planning to do with the gold?
I still have an account to settle with one of the merchants in the upper quarter. I need to take care of that. And then I'll be all set for a new career.
I'll try to find your gold.
Just do it. That's enough for me.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Alright, so I could turn that in, but I want to go talk to Fernando beforehand. Because I think I can finish his quest. And
Been there, done
I forget who Diego has beef with. It might be Gerbrant.
I've been to the Valley of Mines.
And? How's the situation there?
The mines are all depleted. There's barely more than a few chests full of ore. It's hardly worth digging for that.
That can't be true. That means I'm ruined.
And what about our deal?
Now, about your reward. Here's your ring.
How do you make...
I'm ruined. I should have listened my...
He thinks it's as easy as that.
What kind of ring did he give me? Invincibility?
Been there, done that.
I'm not touching that.
I already had a ring of invincibility. Did he give me a stone
It
skin?
happens sooner or later.
Iron skin?
Don't say you didn't know that.
Liveliness? That might have been it.
That was obvious. It had to happen sooner or later.
Alright, well. I think that's about all I needed out of Fernando.
And there's more.
You've been selling... But this list I found, and the you can admit...
I didn't mean first, then they... You can't...
I'm skipping through all this because I've already, gone through this before.
I've got my expenses to cover.
I couldn't care less.
The militia...
You can't do that.
I should say...
Bye, Enos.
Someone's gonna pay.
I used to say that myself.
That's the first I've heard of it.
That doesn't surprise me.
Ah! Now this was a legit Bloodborne moment, like... Trying to do a roll... Oh, no! Yep, now that and there's Bloodborne, where I'm getting completely stopped by a pole.
Wait a minute.
Nope, don't want to talk to Rupert.
Wait a minute.
Although maybe, let's see if he has apples. Nope. I really don't care about that.
Hey!
That's not what I heard.
I found your gold.
Great. Very good. Gerbrant had better watch out now. Listen, I want you to take this letter to Give him my regards.
Letter from Diego. I kind of want to read it. I think he's talking about, like...
Where'd you pick that up, then?
I never knew that.
Blackmailing him, basically. Like, I still remember something. Gerbrant, you know you should have killed me. I'm back in town and looking for you. When I find you, I'm going to slice you like a pudding. You've known me long enough to be sure I won't be fooled lightly. I guess when you had me thrown in the barrier, you never dreamed I might come back. Well, you were wrong. I've come for what's owed me. Your only chance to stay alive is to beat it fast and leave your business to me. That'd make us quits. So he's not even blackmailing him, he's just like straight up, I guess, extorting him, like, leave town or I will kill you. That's pretty cutthroat and ruthless.
Diego says hello.
What? Who? What Diego?
And he wants me to give you this letter.
That can't be. No. I'm a goner. Is he in town then?
Who?
Diego, of course.
Yes, I'm gonna meet him here shortly.
Oh, this is the end then. All is lost. I've got no time. I need to get out of here. Quick! If he finds me here, I'm done for.
Anything new?
What is that about? You and your buddy Diego, leave me alone.
He makes this big scene about having to get out of here quickly, and then he starts taking this leisurely stroll, which is even slower than my walking speed. That's pretty funny. And also, they are right about to cross paths. So according to the story...
Wait a minute.
According to the story, like, Gerbrant should have been fearing for his life at the sight of seeing Diego. Now, of course, Diego wouldn't have to kill him because he realizes, oh, hey, Gerbrant's leaving. That's what I wanted. But still, like, Gerbrant should have had some sort of reaction.
I delivered the letter.
Very good. How did Gerbrant take it?
He was rather shocked and made himself scarce right away.
I should think so. I'm afraid that, first of all, I need to attend to furnishing my new house. If I remember correctly, Gerbrant's taste is horrible.
The house is yours, then?
Yes, from cellar to attic, with all the furnishings. Having spent several years in less than befitting quarters, I'm looking forward to sleeping in a soft four-poster bed. And then, for breakfast, I'll have a fine wine and some excellent ham.
You don't miss any chances, do you?
You betcha.
So how did you pull this off?
Did you think that Gerbrant came by his fortune through honest business? Of course, he never got his fingers dirty when it came to really shady deals. He had a helper for that. Of course, I caught on to a lot back then. Gerbrant finally got rid of me. He was probably afraid that I knew too much.
You never told me about that.
You never asked me.
What about Gerbrant?
He has enjoyed the good life for far too long. He was living here in the lap of luxury while I was forcing down meat bug stew. I have no idea where he went from here, but he'll never get a foothold in Corinus again. I'll see to that. If you're looking for him, you should try the Harbor District.
What about my share?
Looks like you haven't forgotten everything I've taught you after all. But you're right. I couldn't have done it without you. Here's your share.
500. It's better than nothing. What's he teach me? Dexterity, thieving?
Can you teach me something?
Yeah, sure.
One-handed combat?
I can teach.
Just dexterity. I don't really need. Well, I didn't really need to learn anything really. Let's see, I gotta talk to Martin at the harbor.
This is gonna change.
And Devatris at the Temple Square.
And in this place, order and chaos.
About this weapons dealer. I know the dealer who's been selling weapons to the bandits. His name is Fernando.
Very good. Has Martin?
Not yet.
Then make haste.
Alright, damn difficult to steal his purse. I don't think I can do that.
Lobart's wife.
What? Again? The good woman. One hard winter and she won't be with us anymore. All right. I will give her a medicine to reduce the fever. Oh, and while you're at it, you might as well drop it off with her.
Alright, I want to try turning in some stone tablets and see... What? I keep bumping the mic stand. I want to see, like, what I get out of this. I think it's just a bunch of mana for every...
Great! I shall increase your magical power.
I got 1 mana for each tablet that I turned in. Alright, that's probably worth turning in. Well, it is. I just need to... Oh dear. Had a huge lag spike there, loading in. Let's see if Cavalorn's got anything new. Nope.
And the sea release the land.
Alright, I gotta talk to Martin.
All creatures, trees as well as...
Actually, running through here, I'm reminded the Mental Meanders quest for Fortuno in the expansion area. I looked it up.
That's not what I heard.
Apparently, I was supposed to talk to Miguel, the sort of herbalist guy outside the bandit camp, because he was the guy who was an apprentice with Ignaz, the guy down, the alchemist, the crazy alchemist down here. But I think to solve the quest, you need to spend skill points learning how to extract venom from bloodfly stingers, and I don't really feel like doing that. It's not really worth half a level up, basically, to solve that quest.
About the weapons dealer?
Show me what you have.
I found this rapier with the bandit. The bandits had this list of deliveries. Besides that, Fernando.
I think that's enough. And I'll see to it. Sound work. Vatris will be glad.
Alright, and... back to Vatris, I guess.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Only in us decide.
Is there, do I have silver that I can sell?
Come back.
I don't.
Show me.
Your fish are boring.
I never knew that.
I don't think Lara's has any new dialogue, but I'll double check.
That's an open secret.
Hey!
Someone's gonna
Oh!
About those
I
missing
do.
people.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
I've been able to rescue some of the missing people.
I knew you'd succeed. Then I can finally go about my own business.
Why do you say some? I thought I rescued all of them.
Any news?
You could say so. The Paladins have arrested Bennett.
This is all new dialogue.
So I've heard. That's a bad business.
You can say that again.
Any news of Bennett?
They seem to have taken him to the barracks and tossed him into the dungeon.
How can we get him out of there?
I don't have any ideas so far. I can't get to his cell to talk to him.
Who says things like that?
All I can do is keep my ears open, but there isn't much to learn around here.
I don't think I can steal his purse, so I'm not gonna. Oh man, I just got the... I got the memory crash. Damn it. That's super frustrating because I was just thinking, man, the game is getting a little stuttery. I am going to reload the game right after this save. I was literally thinking that 2 seconds before I saved the game, and then it crashed right there. Which means I just lost that save, and I have to revert back to the previous quick save, whenever that was. Man, this load is taking forever.
I know his... Very good. Not...
Alright. So I don't think I'm too far back. I just have to go talk to Martin and Lara's.
You don't say. That's not what I heard.
Tell this to anyone.
No idea. You tell me. Only in us decides what's right or wrong.
Someone's gonna pay.
His deeds were just.
Hey! Sure. I thought this... I'll sound veteran.
In-house deals out fair punishment.
Some don't even know how wicked they are.
No idea. You tell me.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Hey!
But that's terrible.
About those missing...
That's an open secret.
He insisted he knew better.
Any...
Go away. Don't tell me that.
Any...
Honestly.
Alright.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Back to Vatros. And then I need to talk to Andre, probably.
About the... I know his name. Very good. Yes, Martin will see to it that he won't be leaving the dungeon anytime soon.
Well done, son. May Adonis light your path.
Alright. Finally making like some decent progress with that. I'm in a new chapter, so I can get a new prophecy from Aboyan. Be difficult to steal his purse. So I still have my agility stuff equipped. And my dexterity. Alright, so I think I can do this.
I've got a new...
Let me try your tobacco. This tastes incredible. I've never had a better smoke in my life. How did you...
I mixed the tobacco...
You have done well, father of the art of blending.
Fill her up then.
Thank you, son of generosity. No other blend...
I've got some...
It is a great pleasure.
Can you make...
Yes.
How much?
For a paltry
Tell me about...
All right,
So now he's
son of
gonna
knowledge.
tell me about chapter 4.
I shall now. You shall force what is nobody's destiny but yours through fire and snow, through ice and flames, men in foreign armor, a swamp, lizards, they await you. That's all. There's nothing more I can see.
That was kind of boring. He's basically talking about fighting the dragons.
Inhabitants of Corinus, by the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. The mercenary Smith Bennett,
Yes,
who
but I'm not
treacherously
going...
murdered the paladin Lothar, has been condemned in the name of Innos. The sentence is death by hanging. The execution will take place in a few days.
So note that even like the town herald is up to date on the dynamic changes in the world. This game, like, it doesn't really... It feels so alive because of the dynamics and...
A soldier wears the armor of the king, not something else. So go change.
The dynamics and like the quality that they deal with that.
Have you got a better weapon for me?
Good thing you asked. They had no further here.
And a ruby blade. I mean, I know it's going to be a strength weapon, but I just want to see, like, for context. 100 damage. That's actually pretty good. But they just give me one of these for free.
I've come...
So I don't actually turn in Fernando.
How's the situation?
Everything is on. Carry out.
What about...
You mean the mercenary? He is sitting in...
Can I talk to him?
Certainly. Just go in. But if you try to help him escape, you will be in for it.
Alright. That's all kind of boring. Why does the music just stop in this one area? Every time. Here's Fernando.
How do you...
Leave me alone.
Yeah, Bennett. Who's this other guy? Is that Bartok?
How come you're in
or
the
not
slammer?
Bartok.
Those swine have thrown me in the hole. I'm supposed to have murdered a paladin, but I didn't do it. They're only trying to frame me.
Why would they do that?
How would I know? You've got to get me out of here. Talk to Lord Hagen. Tear down the wall. Who cares? Just do something.
It's the guy from outside the Red Lantern.
What happened?
Who was selling
Went
weed.
downtown with Hodges to buy some supplies for our boys. Suddenly, we heard a loud scream and the sound of running feet.
Get to the point.
We knew at once that something had happened and that they would grab us at once if they saw us there. We ran like hell, then just before we got to the city gate, I tripped and sprained my ankle. The rest is soon told. The militia was on me at once and they threw me straight into this hole.
Who was murdered?
I have no idea. One of the paladins. I don't know them.
Have you got a name?
Some Lothar, I think. Well, I don't know. I'm not really sure. You had better ask Lord Hagen. He knows all the details.
Do they have any evidence against you?
They say they have a witness who recognized me.
Well, do you know who the witness is?
No, all I know is that he's lying.
Who's leading the investigation?
Lord Hagen himself. Since the victim was one of the paladins, this falls under martial law.
What does that mean?
That's easy to guess. If I don't get out of here, they're going to let me swing without further ado. You've got to help me or there'll be a war. Lee's not going to take this lying down. You can figure out for yourself what that means.
Alright. I don't think Andre has any more dialogue about that.
You mean the mercenary?
Can I talk?
Certainly.
Yeah, alright. Would have figured there'd be an opportunity to comment on the fact that I'm in the militia and, like, ask for a promotion or something like that, but they're not really doing that. I think at this point I'm supposed to become a paladin, but still.
That's not what my husband thinks.
They never. Something had to happen one of these days.
Wait, what?
Honestly, I witnessed it
What did he say?
He simply talked.
Show me.
They never should have let it get so far. Now one of something.
Oh, okay. See, that's cool. He's also commenting on the events that have happened. Rangaroo still has my free dexterity. I don't want to use that yet, though. Canthar's probably got garbage.
Show me.
Take your.
Go away. Don't tell me that.
Yeah, a bunch. Nothing worth
I've gotta
buying.
go. Suit you.
He can't keep anything to himself. Go away. Don't tell me that.
Show.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Light spell, amulet of oak skin.
And it's going to get even worse.
Yeah, none of that's any good.
Care of everything for everybody. And it's going to get even worse.
Show me.
Bunch of strength weapons, leather belt, militia belt, belt of defense.
Someone's got to do the work.
Harness amulet.
Really? How interesting.
Yep, that's all worthless.
I don't believe that.
I guess I should go turn in the healing potion quest for Hilda. Then I just need to go into the upper quarter and talk to Lutero and Lord Hagen, basically. Alright, here's Hilda.
Hey. Aren't you feeling well?
No, not at all. I've got this awful fever again. I should really go and see the town healer, but I'm too weak for that.
Can I help?
It would be wonderful if you could go to Vatras and get me my medicine. He'll know what is to be done. I can't do it anymore.
Oh! Kind of looked like I was diving into bed with her.
How?
I've got your medicine.
Really? Our society needs more people like you. Thank you so much. I hope that these few coins are.
Oh, you don't even have to pay me. Come on now.
Watch out.
I'll try.
Alright. Thought there would have been a little bit more dialogue from that.
That's no secret.
For the king!
And Enos, in his wisdom, did so.
I've got some special snapper claws for you.
My customer will be happy to hear that. Here's the ring I promised you.
I don't remember what the ring was.
Show me your wares.
Maybe he was giving me a ring of invincibility? Belt of dexterity? That's worth buying. That's... Buy that. Buy that. Ring of powers. That's kind of boring. really need anything else. Salandril.
Show me.
Got kind of boring wares, but I do want this. Yo, Storm does pretty good damage. I'm gonna buy Fire Rain because I know I'm gonna want that for dragons, I think. Do I have another one of those? I got 5 of them. That might be enough. I seem to recall in like the original game, I think you could one-shot them with these, but I don't know. I don't think that's right though.
I'd have done it differently.
Alright.
That's no secret.
So we got a bunch of dialogue that we can do with Lord Hagen.
I want to take up service with the Order.
To be a warrior, only the noble, if you are truly...
I bring you news from Garand. Here, he gave me this message for you.
Our situation is worse than I had feared, but report to me on the situation in the Valley of Mines.
Yo, it's in the message I just gave you.
The Paladins are holed up in the castle in the Valley of Mines, surrounded by orcs. There were many casualties in the prospecting operations, and there's barely any ore left. Well, I should say that without any help, the lads are lost. That's how it looks.
I shall find a way to rescue this expedition. You have done much for us. Innos will thank you.
I'm not all that interested in his gratitude. I want his eye.
Yes, of course, I stand by my word. Take this letter. It will open the monastery gates to you. Speak with Pyrokar, the highest fire magician, and show him this authorization. He will grant you access to the Eye of Innos. One more thing before you go. Take this rune as a token of my gratitude. It will take you safely back to the city whenever you want.
Thank you.
I want to take up service with the Order.
To be a warrior of Innos means only the noble. If you are true...
I have not proven myself yet.
I need to talk...
But that's the mercenary who murdered one of my men.
Allegedly.
I believe that Bennett is innocent.
The evidence is clear. He is guilty.
So what if the proof is wrong?
Be careful what you say. You raise some serious accusations. If you cannot present me with evidence that the witness lied, then you had best hold your tongue.
How come you're so sure that Bennett is the killer?
We have a witness. As you can see, there is no doubt about the mercenary's guilt.
Who is that witness?
Cornelius, the governor's secretary, saw the murder. His description fits Bennett, no doubt about that. As far as I am concerned, that settles the matter. The mercenary will hang for treason.
Alright. I think Cornelius is like right upstairs, or he's in the governor's room. Nah, he's up here. Somewhere. There we go.
Hey, you! You saw the murder of Lothar, didn't you?
I need not answer any questions about a current investigation. Lord Hagen already has everything I know on record.
What was it you saw?
Really, I haven't got any time now. You need to go now. The office is closing.
Hey, you! Enough of that. What did you see?
I saw how the mercenary struck down the paladin from behind. And then he took his sword and rammed it through his chest.
Are you completely sure?
Yes, of course. I saw it with my own eyes. But I Really haven't got any time now. There's a huge pile of paperwork I need to do.
Have I already stolen
Hey,
his
you.
diary?
I don't believe you.
So what? What are you going to do about it?
Perjury will land you in the
You're trying to threaten me? A little if you don't get lost right now.
Oh, I did already loot it. Something strange happened to me last night. I was visited in my home by one of those guys in black hoods we hear so much about lately. I wasn't really nervous, even though they're supposed to be so evil. You could almost feel the power those men have. But the voice was calm and kind of made you want to trust a guy. That's the opposite of how they sound when talking to me, man. They sound like evil and menacing. He offered me 20,000 pieces of gold to make sure one of the mercenaries, possessive mercenary, gets convicted. He said I'd know what he meant when it happened. Of course, I agreed right away. Those mercenaries don't deserve any better anyway. If it weren't for them, everything would be just fine for me here, and the gold will let me settle down to a comfortable retirement. It's happened. They've arrested one of those mercenaries. It should be easy to keep my word.
Hey! I don't believe...
So what?
You hold...
If you attack me, I have powerful friends. Now, get...
Alright, whatever. I don't need to press him anymore. I got his diary. I think I can just hand that over to Hagen and then...
Cornelius lied.
How did you know that?
Here, I've got his diary. Everything's in there.
That slimy little criminal! In view of the new evidence, there is nothing else I can do. By virtue of the office granted me by king and church, I declare that the prisoner Bennett is exonerated of all charges and is thereby a free man. Cornelius is to be taken into immediate custody for perjury. Your deeds would give honor to one of our own.
I want to take up service with the Order.
Good. You have proven that you have the courage, the skill, and the devotion to serve Enos. Your deeds bear witness to a pure heart. If it is your wish, then I shall bid you welcome to our order.
Yes, please.
I'm ready.
Then so shall it be. Many men have taken this path and given their lives in the name of Enos. Do you swear that your deeds will honor their deaths and proclaim the fame of Enos?
I swear.
Then, from now on, you are a member of our fellowship. I hereby appoint you a warrior of Enos. I give to you the weapons and armor of a knight. Bear them with pride, knight. Henceforth, by virtue of your rank, you shall have access to the monastery. Albrecht will teach you our magic. Just go and talk to him. And of course, our quarters in the upper end of the city are now open to you.
How's the situation?
I must find a way to rescue this expedition. We must do something against the dragons. Perhaps the Eye of Enos can save us all now.
Alright, let's look at these stats. Okay. It's considerably better than my crawler plate armor. Nice. I can push that like even further with my the warrior set for weapon defense at least.
Can you teach? If you prove yourself worthy, beyond that I can teach you.
Am I worth?
As a sign of your rank, I bestow upon light the way for you must earn all other runes.
Am I worth?
Which way have you? The way of healing?
Can I do both? Why are my quick saves all like numbered the same? I know like the one got kind of screwed when I lost the save file when I got corrupted, but
am I which the way...
I choose...
You are not yet worthy of...
I choose...
You are not...
Ah. Kind of sounds like I'm gonna get these runes for free at some point. And if that's the case, that's good. Then that means I don't have to... I don't have to spend skill points on it.
It can't go on like this forever.
Is there anything else that I want to do around here?
I wouldn't be so sure.
Maybe not. I think I can just head on to the monastery.
Order and chaos were equal, and so the sea was created.
That's no secret.
And the sea released the land, and there arose all creatures, trees as well as animals, wolves as well as sheep, and last of all arose the human.
147 weapon protection. Oh yeah.
He can't keep anything to himself. He can't keep anything to himself.
So there's probably gonna be like random seekers scattered over most roads and areas, and if I really wanted to, I could explore the whole world, the whole map looking for them. But I don't really care that much. I mean, they do give some decent XP, and they always drop potions, which is nice, but man, it's just like so tediously time consuming to explore the whole map all over again. So like if I run into them randomly, then I'll fight them, sure, but I'm not gonna like go out of my way to look for them. Oh, there's two of them.
There he is.
Holy frame rate. I'd very much like to kill this guy before he kills me. Thank you. God, the frame rate is just like unbearable. Oh god, they're everywhere.
That will never change.
They're literally everywhere. Where are my potions at?
About it differently. It had to happen sooner or later. Do you really believe that? No idea. You tell me. It's been going on a long time.
This guy's not gonna aggro me? Speed potions are nice.
I couldn't care less. That's really not my problem. Can't rely
How's it going with your tavern?
Hopefully these black magicians will move on soon. Otherwise, I can close the tavern. Almost nobody dares to come here anymore.
Show me your wares.
Certainly, Brother of the Ring.
It had to happen sooner or later. You hardly know.
Well, this is worth buying.
Nobody wants to know. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, nothing else really.
No one really wants to hear that.
It's a bad business.
I used to say that myself. That was no big deal. It had to happen sooner or later.
That's really not my problem.
I'm staying out of it.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
I think I have enough stone tablets
To listen.
and that book to get me another 17% on my one-handed combat skill.
You don't have to tell me that.
Which would put me at 97%. And it's possible that there are still more stone tablets that would give me one-handed combat skill. So maybe I can actually get it to 100% without having to spend any more skill points training it.
Hey! Show.
What do you got? Enlightenment? That's kind of cool. Oh, wait. No rain of fire and no summon demon.
May Innos watch over you always.
Does me no good. Wait, there's a dead seeker here already.
Nothing to plunder.
Did I do that?
Nothing to
I
plunder.
didn't kill this seeker. He's dead and he has no loot. Curious. And here's about to be my favorite moment in the soundtrack. Alright, and yeah. I think this is probably actually a good place to stop. I'm going almost 2 hours here. And this, once I go into the monastery, that'll trigger a whole chain of main quests, and there might be some, like, side things that I can do in there as well. So, I'm gonna call it quits here tonight. I'll be back at it again tomorrow, most likely, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. Talk to you later.